Welcome to Fix It Frequency, the podcast where we hammer out all your home repair and DIY dilemmas. I'm your host, Bill, and after 2 decades in the handyman game, I've seen it all. Throughout my career, I've worn many hats: electrician, plumber, carpenter, you name it. I've even worn hat of business owner, running my own successful handyman business for years. Now, I'm here to share my experiences, insight, and tips of the trade with you. Whether you're a seasoned DIY enthusiast or just looking to hire the right person for the job, this is a podcast for you. Join me as we delve into the world of home repairs, renovation, and everything in between. So grab your tool belt, let's get fixin'. Welcome to Fix It Frequency. On today's podcast, we're going to talk a little bit about just introductions, what my plans are, and what we got coming up in the future. I want to reach out to the audience and find out exactly what you guys want to see. So I'll continue to come up with topics, but if there's something interesting you guys want to hear about on my day-to-day or how to fix something or anything of that nature, please leave us a message in the comments and we'll try to get that done for you. So in our handyman business, we've opened up to being a partner with Amazon. We're delivering packages for Amazon on the side, in addition to our day-to-day handyman service that we do. Luckily, we have enough people to make that happen, where I can kind of manage the day-to-day handyman stuff, and the people at the office can, kind of work on the packages and handing things out. One of the things that I wanted to bring up, being out there delivering packages, just kind of seeing how things go, is a lot of people don't have their house numbers on their mailbox or on their house, which makes it difficult if you're not familiar with the area or that particular address. It makes it kind of tough to find. So that was just something that I seen that maybe I'm going to try to do better at my house. I want to make sure that my letters or numbers on my address and my mailbox look good. So today is the February 15th. And it's that time of year where everybody in Northwest Missouri, which is where we're based out of, where everybody kind of starts stirring around and kind of seeing what's going on. They've come out of their winter slumber. They're looking at their deck. They're looking at their fence, whether they have one or don't. They're looking at repairs. So now's the time of year I would urge you to be very careful when you're choosing somebody to do the work. There's a lot of people out there that are more than capable. Not all of them are reputable. Some of the work isn't even that hard. It's just a matter of finding somebody who's not going to take your money and run. And a couple of ways to fight against that is to make sure they're registered in your area. Or if they're out of a different area, you need to make sure that they're licensed, that they're registered with the city that they're from, or if they're licensed with the city that you're in, if they're even allowed to work in that city. You need to make sure they got insurance. How can you make sure? You got to ask them. And then if they say yeah, you got to say, please provide me with your insurance documents. They will know what to give you. Our insurance companies give us the paperwork we need to give to a customer when they ask for our insurance documents. They should carry at least $1 million. Anything less than that probably isn't legit or sufficient. We try to carry $2 million, but at least $1 million in coverage. Something else you can look for: do you know somebody that's used them before? If you don't know anybody that's used them before, they might be new. They might be just starting out. They might be, fly by night, if that's worst case scenario. So it's good to make sure that you do your due diligence as a customer, because the scammers are more common than the legit businesses. I run into it every single day, and I can tell their ads a mile away. And when you post on Facebook, like, I'm looking for a contractor to do this, that is exactly what they're hoping you're going to do. It's really important that you find the contractors before, don't put it out there on Facebook that you're looking for a contractor, because you're going to find everybody. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, Look through Facebook ads. Those guys are paying money to get in front of you. They might have a better chance of at least being worth your time. And it's just as big of a waste of time for a contractor to talk to a customer that isn't serious as it is for the customer to talk to a contractor that isn't serious about what you're not wanting done. If you're wanting plumbing done, you don't want a carpenter to do that. Even though they say they might be able to do it, a lot of times you're gonna pay more, and it may not even be done right. So it's really good to check the background of your carpenter. Now or carpenter, contractor, whatever it is that you're looking for. I'm a handyman. I don't specialize in anything. So coming from me, that's really important. The difference is there's certain things that I really know how to do well, and there's certain things I just don't do. And when I look at something, I can look at a plumbing job and go, you know what? You're going to need a professional. I'm not the guy. But if I know I can do it, I'll usually take it on. There's a time to call a professional and a time to call a handyman. And I don't imagine a lot of handymen have expertise in all fields. I know that I don't. And but the main thing is if they are honest enough to tell you, hey, this isn't for me, but I know somebody you can get a hold of. And that's what I do. I know a plumber. I know a couple plumbers. I know carpenters. I know roofers. I know guys that can build a house from the ground up, from the concrete to the roof shingles. I know guys that can do that, and I'm not that guy. A lot of times they'll call me to finish on a project for them or to do something simple because they're too busy on these big scale projects, which most of your contractors and your builders are going to be busy and want the bigger projects. They're going to want week-long, 2-week-long, month-long projects where they can work every day. And for me, I prefer the small stuff, the garbage disposal, the toilet replacement, the painting of a room or trimming out a room or maybe a bedroom remodel. Bathroom remodels aren't, too bad. But that's about as big as I want to get. A bathroom or kitchen remodel is about as big as I'm willing to take on. I don't want a whole house gut and redo. Even though we probably could do it, I'm just so small for staff that I don't have the manpower to be able to do stuff like that and make money. It just takes us too long. So when you're looking at a contractor, you want your house built, that's really important. You do your research. If you want flooring put down, it's just as important that you do the research. So hopefully that's some tips that you can use when you're searching for a contractor. So this is going to be a fairly short podcast, just something to kind of get our feet wet, see what we're doing, kind of check our audio, make sure all that's lining up. But I appreciate anybody who's listening right now. Feel free to subscribe to the channel or share this around or just hang on and see what we can get done. Even better, if you can leave me a comment with something you want to know, whether it's DIY or hiring a contractor or whatever the case may be, something home repair related. If you have a question, put it up there, or if you want to hear us talk about something, I'm going to have some guests, some friends of mine that are in the same business that I want to talk to. And if it's worthwhile for us, maybe we do some live streams and stuff like that. But for right now, I just want to see what you guys are looking to hear. I don't know of a lot of podcasts out there that are addressing this, and I don't have a ton of time to sit here and do this. So I want to prepare well to cover any of these questions. So for right now, if you'll leave a comment on something that you want to talk about or question you have about your home repair project, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I will do my very best to get to them. I really appreciate everybody who's took the time out of their day to listen to this short podcast, and hopefully it only gets better from here. Remember, whether it's tightening a screw or remodeling a room, every DIY project is a step towards making your house a home. Thanks for tuning in, Fix It Frequency. Until next time, stay handy.